Hi everyone, welcome to the last video in this little series of pictures from Rita Berman's Asian book using Castle Arts soft touch pencils. We have this very fun foodie themed picture. I've got to try and work out what everything is, but I'm going to get started with a few things that I've noticed. Firstly, I've noticed we've got a chili, so I'm going to do that first. I need my sort of darkest red, which I think is probably the vermilion. I'm just going to give it a sharpen and we'll get going with that. I'm not familiar with what all the items are in this picture, so there's going to be a bit of guesswork going on, but anyway, it'll be fun. It's quite bright, that red, isn't it? Now with our chili, it's going to have a little bit of shine on it. Chilies are really shiny, so I'm going to start to fade it a bit here and here. Oops. So that we can put a little bit of shine in there like that. We just leave the paper white. If you aren't very good at leaving the paper white, you can use a white pen. I think I'm just going to leave that there. Right, next, I was just examining the picture. Down here, that to me looks like a pea pod, so that's how I'm going to colour that one. Sort of, yeah, I think I'm going to use the leaf green middle. It might be a little bit light, but I'm just going to use it all over. Yeah, it's a bit light, like that. Then I'm going to get a darker green. Yeah, we use the juniper green and darken some areas. So the pod I think would be a bit darker, particularly under the peas. So I'm going to put a layer of that on there. Oh, there might be edamame beans, mightn't they? And a bit dark at the bottom. There we go. Okay, that's that. Now, what on earth is this? We've got a leaf. I do that. I know what that is. I'm keeping with my juniper green for this. Go. These are probably spring onion pieces, so I'm going to grab a cadmium green for those. Now spring onions can be a bit white as well as green, but I think we'll do them as green because it'll show up. I'm assuming that's a little bit of one as well. These could be pieces of chili, and actually because I've coloured them green, it could be green chili, couldn't they? It's not the right colour of green, but hey. These are our dumplings. They're like the colour of white pasta, aren't they? I still got no clue what colour to do these. And what's that? Is that something that's come out of there? Tempted to do them green. Brown shell, green circle thing. It's obviously a sort of pod. Someone will tell me in the comments, I'm sure, but I don't know. So I'm going to colour the dumplings now. I want to colour them, and obviously they're quite white, and I've got some yellows, but I don't think they're yellow. I think they're more brownish greyish. I'm going to try the Davy's grey in a really light layer, and I think that might be the closest I can get, like that, so you can probably barely see it. Now I could shade them, so under these folds and creases there will be shadows, but I think that's going to be make them too dark, so I'm just going to put this little light basic layer over and just leave it like that. So you can probably barely see that I've coloured it at all, but I'm happy. I know how to colour chopsticks, so I'm going to do that. We want a sort of woody type colour, a light wood. I'm going to use terracotta light. So we'll do those next. I'm just going to put a layer over and then put a little bit darker along the bottom, like that, so they look. And I'm thinking, will this steamer be the same? I think it will be. This is probably bamboo, but the chopsticks probably would have been too. I have a steamer, it's not bamboo though. I know some people have the bamboo steamers, but I have a stainless steel one. I can throw it in the dishwasher. I am that lazy person. It's not that lazy actually. You've got to empty it still, stack it, empty it. It is quicker than hand washing. I'm going to do something different with that, I think, at the end. Now, I'm intrigued as to what that is, because you put liquid in a steamer, but now I'm thinking under here, maybe a little bit darker where it's further back and where it's underneath. I think I'm going to do that, the colour of the steamer. There we go. And is this a wooden spoon? China? Metal? I really don't know. It's unlikely to be wood, but I think it's nice to have it all matching in. So that's what I'm going to do. If anyone knows how to do it authentically, they might rather do that, but I'm a bit ignorant when it comes to that sort of thing. Having never been to Asia, I've been to a few countries, but been to America, I went to California, Arizona, Nevada, did that, Utah, that sort of thing. What are these? I can do them in green. I don't know what they are. Yes, I'm going to just choose this oxide of chrome and just do them in green. And I've been to, just ran my finger through the Stickles, luckily they're dry. I've been to Australia, to Perth. I've been to Spain, Alicante. I've been to Mallorca twice. And I went to Mexico when I was in America as well, in California. I've been to Amsterdam. But now I'm not interested in travel anymore. I've done it, and I realise there are so many places in this country that I haven't visited that I'd like to do that really. Now this dumpling is being dipped in something, and my best guess would be soy sauce or miso, so I'm thinking we want a dark brown, so I'm grabbing my burnt umber and I'm going to try and make that look like a sort of really dark soy sauce. I do love soy sauce. That's my sort of guess as to what that is. And it could easily be peanut sauce or satay. Well, that is peanut sauce or something like, or a red chili sauce, but yeah. Now this, is this water going into the steamer? I'm just going to wipe my nose and have a think. We do need to do that green bit on the top of the chili as well. I don't think water. I'm going to do it as water. So we need a sort of blue. I know water isn't blue, but if I do it blue, you know it's water. If we keep it light, let's go for the cobalt turquoise. I like blue. Just do a little, really gently, really light. Like that. A little bit dark up under there. Now we've got our bowl. I'd quite like blue and white, which we did for a previous picture, didn't we? I enjoyed that. What blue should we use? Should we use? No, not that one. I'm just looking what I've got. Maybe I'll try the ultramarine light. I'm going to leave the rim for white. I'm going to colour over that black bit and I will draw it back in with white pen on top. I'll do that later. And because I'm doing some white pen, I can't leave a white bit for shine, but I can still fade it a bit like that. inside going to need to be a bit darker, because it'd be a bit more shadowy in there. There we go. What have we got left? It's really background, isn't it? Now, I'm not sure if this liney pattern here, is that just steam? And if so, do we just colour over it, or is it part of a pattern? Let's do this bit. We need to introduce some different colours, I think. We haven't got many. I'm thinking I might grab a nice purple. What do we have? We've got our purple Lake Deep, my favourite colour. I haven't used it yet. Oh, I haven't done that chilly bit yet still. Never mind. I don't know whether these sort of crosshatch bits would be in some sort of traditional pattern or colour. I'm trying to work out where we're going with the purple next. I think here maybe. I've got myself a bit lost. I think there, and then miss a row, and then here. So that one. I think that makes sense. Hopefully it's going to work, isn't it? That's good. I've got myself in a bit of a brain muddle, but that's okay. In my last video, which I only just finished making, because I make them in little batches, I said, oh, my husband's about to have a meeting, so before I started this video, I popped next door and reminded him, and he'd completely forgotten. He's working from home today. He's actually had to phone in sick because he can't drive because of his back being sore. Well, not just sore, really bad, you know. I think that bit would be purple. Now I'm thinking about whether to put another colour in. I think I need to. I had thought I could leave it white, but because this is so pale, I think we need another colour in there. So, what should we do? Let's just darken that a bit more. I'm thinking I'd quite like a pink, a nice dark, or maybe this actually. This is called Purple Light, but for me it's pinkish, or maybe reddy purple, I don't know. But I think it'll work nicely, nice and bright. That should be dark. That should be Purple Lake Deep, shouldn't it, that one? That's it. You may have noticed already. Yeah, so he can't sort of get in and out of a car. It's quite difficult. But he is feeling a lot better. In fact, interestingly, yesterday one of his colleagues said they noticed he sounded better, which was good. But he needs to just make sure it's fully healed before he tries to do anything silly. So he's taking some meetings at home, and I think he's actually going to take a bit of time to chill, which is nice. I was going to today as well, but I haven't. I usually try and take Thursdays off in the week, but I haven't this week. But we'll see. Okay, and now we've got this piece going around, all around there. This is like a window, isn't it? I've just realised, is it a window? So maybe that frame needs to be like a dark grey. That's what I'm going to do, like it's sort of metallic. So I'm going to use the Cool Grey Deep to do a sort of frame. I'm going to keep it quite solid, just because it's... I could have tried to have done it darker on the edges, which would have made it look more rounded, a little bit more interesting. But because we've got so many things overlapping it, not only would that make it quite tricky to colour, I think it might not work. The effect might not show up because of all the different things. So, we still need to do that bit of chili. I decided what colour to do it now, so we'll do it next. Just got to find the right one. Here it is. I want to do it castle green deep. It's quite dark. I think chili tops tend to be quite dark. I don't know. Actually, that's quite bright. I think it'd be fine. There we go. Now we've got this heart. I'm just going to colour it. I'm just looking at what I've got. Yeah, I'm going to colour it in a silvery colour. So I'm just going to use that grey that I used for this, but really lightly. So this is cool grey deep. Oh, sorry, I don't know what happened to my voice then. Cool grey deep. And I'm going to put some Stickles on there. So that's just a little base. But we do need to do this bit of the background. I'm thinking I was going to do light blue, but we've got that sort of water there, so I don't think I can. Maybe, yeah, maybe this lavender might just be pretty. Now I'm going to cover the whole of it. I'm going to ignore these sort of lines for a minute and just cover the whole background with this. Like that, all the way through, and then we'll do some fiddling. So I'm thinking where the steamy bits are should be lighter, and we'll just make the bits that aren't steamy a bit darker. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but that's how I'm doing it. There we go. I'm just checking where we're at. I think we're done with the sort of pencil work. I'm going to grab my white pen. This is just my Posca. Use any white to just do the detailing on here. It's not very neat. It looks messy, doesn't it? There we go. It's a bit better. Okay. I'm leaving those dots white. I think they look like they're sort of bubbles. So I didn't want to do anything with those. Yeah, these steam lines I'm going to cover over in white or go near them. I sometimes think if you don't go right over the top of the black line, it sort of shows a bit of it through. It sort of helps. Like that. I might put a few more in there. Few more in. There we go. Put some shine on the window to make it look like glass. I'm going to do that. Just put a little bit at the bottom of each pane, just to make it look like there's some sort of light shining through. Oh, the pink is bleeding into the white, so maybe not quite the effect I wanted, but never mind. I think it's okay. There's that. I'm not going to do it on those black ones. Now our Stickles. Now what should we use? I think I'm going to use the black diamond ones on that heart. And that might be all we use on this one. It wants to suck it back up the tube to top it. What do you think? Just going to try and spread it around a little bit. There we go. Just spread it with the end a little bit. There we go. I don't think I want any anywhere else. Some of the pictures we've used more than others, haven't we? On our bridge we don't use very much. And if I tip it, you can see how we have the black, but we also have little shiny bits as well, which is rather nice. So that is that. So that is the last one, and we have finished our little series. So let's come out and show you the whole page so you can have a look at it all. Ooh. Sorry, camera is quite slow to zoom out. It's actually quite useful that it's slow. It does it on purpose so that it doesn't make you feel seasick. So there's the page as is, and let me just tip it so you can see some of the sparkles, hopefully. And of course you don't have to add sparkles, or you can just add the sparkles that you've got rather than using the Stickles. But it's just rather fun. So there we have it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that was fun. Someone did ask me to do this page, so I hope that that person is watching and that they enjoyed it. Anyway, hope you have a lovely day, and we'll have a new thing tomorrow. I'm not sure what yet, but there'll be something different. But thank you so much, and happy colouring.